bigger, always better. You know that popular saying, you know what I'm talking about. Don't let your head go to the gutter. I'm talking about population. I'm talking about going to big metro areas versus smaller metro areas. And in this spreadsheet, I'm showing you real numbers in our business so far this year as to what we've spent on a single market, how many leads we're getting on a market, and how many deals we've closed on what we call net gross income. Now, you may be wondering, Joe, why are you sharing this? Well, I want to empower you to make decisions by the numbers, right? By the numbers. If you're not running your business like a business, like with systems and actually running it by the numbers, it'll be really hard to identify the leaks. Let's say you're in the middle of the ocean. Let's say that you are in a yacht and you're having a few cocktails, you're with your friends or whatever, and all of a sudden you kind of notice that the boat is sinking. That very same feeling has happened to me multiple times in our business. And so you have to be obsessive, you have to be OCD, you have to be a person that looks for the faults, looks for the errors, looks for what is leaking in here so that I can actually focus on the bottom line. You know, I see obviously there's a lot of clout online, and people that do big numbers, maybe top line, right? But at the end of the day, as a business owner, we know what matters, and what matters is what is the bottom line. What am I able to take home and actually use for holiday presents, pay the car, pay the house, or whatever, pay stuff off, or just invest, right? So at the end of the day, I wanted to share with you kind of along the lines, right, around, okay, is bigger better always? And the answer, it is not. And you don't really know until you test. And that is marketing. That is advertising. Okay. So for those of you guys that are afraid of advertising, just know that you will never scale. Just know that you will never be able to have a consistent lead flow that will allow you to hire closers that work for you, and you get yourself out of the closer role. You won't be able to call it a business. You won't be able to have contracts show up on your phone until you're able to advertise. Free methods are nice, every once in a while when you're starting off, but it's just not scalable. And I think that's the second point of this video, is understanding that if you actually want to be in business, you have to be in business. The definition of an entrepreneur, which is a cool word to use now, but self-employed person, is somebody that is willing and able to take above average risk for above market returns, right? And so what do you invest in? You invest in your business, you invest in yourself, you invest in your systems. Let's take a look at this here. So this one big county, 4,726,177 population. We received in this time period, this is in about, I want to say about 2.5 months time period, we received 131 leads. We spent 29,370, okay, in ad spend. Our cost per lead is $224.20 in that specific county. Now you can notice by the population that it is the biggest one out of them. How much did we close? We closed 57,419 with 80 cents. That's a 1.96, not even a 2 return on ad spend. Not even a 2 return on ad spend. Let's go ahead and take a look at the next one. Actually, I'm going from, I guess, less return on ad spend to higher return on ad spend. This one has a reported 129,584 population in that market. We received a total of 20 leads. Okay. We spent about 2,100. Our cost per Raleigh was 105. And we got a contract and a closing that came back at a net gross income of a whopping 4,612 with 11 cents. Don't miss the cents, right? That is a 2.2 return on ad spend. Okay. Now you may be wondering a couple of questions. You may be wondering, okay, Joel, for how long do I test? What should I expect to invest into this business? Well, it depends on your role, right? If you have no time, right? If you have no time and you have funds, you should advertise as soon as possible, because real estate investing, especially virtual wholesaling, the way that we do it, virtual wholesaling and owner financing, it's like a little box. The sooner that you can put inputs in, leads, and process in that box, the sooner you're going to get results. If you have a lot of time and no funds, the number one ability that you need to develop is finding and closing deals, becoming a closer. You can definitely become a closer for another operator, for multiple operators. You can even become the machine for them. They put the capital for the marketing, you run it. This is completely doable. I know I'm just giving you guys some nuggets here, maybe, a little bit too intricate, but the fact is that you either have time or you have money, right? Because people that have a lot of money, they barely have time. Next, 832 population, 43 raw leads came in. We spent $5,340, $124 per lead, $20,000, 620 close. That's net gross income. What I call net gross income is after whatever money we spent on that deal. So if we listed on the MLS, if we paid agent fees, if we paid for pictures, inspection report, Matterport, all the stuff that's required to get that deal from contract to close, we take that out. So actually, our top line is higher than this, but we like to look at numbers in the net, if that makes sense. At the end of the day, we focus on the net, not just fancy Lambos and rented yachts and stuff like that. Okay. Population, 234,000, almost 235. You round it up. 14 leads, 2,145 spent. Our cost per lead was 153, 11,376 in net gross income. One opportunities. That's a 5.3. Ooh, now it's getting interesting. So I put $1, take 5 out. Oof, that's good. I mean, I'd like to print that money. Would you like? Yeah, I'll move on. 245, 531. That's almost 246,000. We only received 9 leads. And we've got a total of 1,200 on ad spend. We spent 133, and we closed 24,000 net gross income. That's a 20x. Ooh, that's good now. 20x return on ad spend. Put $1 in, take 20 out. Right? Now let's talk about this next one. 372,821. Let's just call it 373. 28 leads. We received 28 leads, raw leads. Some of these were credited, so maybe we paid a little bit less on cost per lead. 2,580 ad spend. We got $92.14. That's a pretty good cost per lead, if you ask me. 69,147. Oof, that's net gross income. That was a good day. So that is a 26 return on ad spend. 267, 282. 10 raw leads, 600. Now you get the idea. And then for the premium, this one is somebody's singing or something on the road. I don't know if you hear that, but Bayamon like reggaeton, salsa, and some Spanish rock. Raw leads, we only received 1. Close 22,117. So where do I go with this? What do I do if you have this information? How do you scale this? Well, it's kind of like when you're trimming meat out of the bone. You trim the bone, you trim the fat out, and you get the lean meat. So what we do, and before you cut off, a market completely, I'd say you want to get at least 60 raw leads to kind of see where it's at. And then what you do is you just keep increasing your budget in that county, knowing that you have a great return on ad spend. And that's business. It's leads, it's sales, and it's systems. All right. So I hope you enjoyed that video. Make sure to let me know what comments you have, what questions you have in the comments. I'd love to know. I'd read them. I'd love to answer any more questions that you have. And I challenge you to go ahead and implement this in your business. Now, if you want a copy of this same spreadsheet, then go ahead and check the links below, and that way you'll be able to get this. And what you want to do is you want to take the population of each county that you're marketing in, take an account of the raw lead counts, the ad spend, the cost per raw lead, how much you close, and what's your return on ad spend, and you just start trimming and stacking. God bless.